Hello, my lovely grade 12. Here, Mr. G. We're going to make a very small video on naming ketones. We already have a video on naming hydrocarbons, another one naming haloalkanes, and the last video was about naming aldehyde. In between, we did naming alcohols. Okay, so here we're going to be talking about ketones. We're going to learn or practice how to name ketones. Okay, now the functional group of ketones, it is important to remember, is a carbon we have double bond with oxygen, and then I have another carbon. Ketones cannot be bonded to hydrogen with a functional group, otherwise it will become a aldehyde. I make the two here, I keep the aldehyde so you can see the difference. The difference is that the carbon of aldehyde is bonded to one hydrogen, but the ketone is bonded to two carbons. So that is important to know. Now, the end of the name will finish in on, no one, on. Okay, like butanone, propanone, etc. Okay, so we're going to see how we follow the steps. It's the same step as before for ketones. Okay, the first one is the homology series. So we have to find out which one is the homology series. Here you can see the functional group. There you can see it's a carbon bonded to oxygen, and it's a carbon on the left and carbon on the right hand side. So this is a ketone and not an aldehyde. Okay, so if we go here, then the name will finish in on. Okay, remember, because carbon must be bonded to two carbon, the smallest ketone you can get is propanone, which is 3 carbon. So you cannot get a ketone with 2 carbons, otherwise it will be an aldehyde. Okay, so this is the first information we have, is a ketone. Step 2, determine the longest continuous carbon chain. Remember, for alcohol, aldehydes, ketone, and carboxylic acid, you're going to add the AN on the at the end of the number of carbon, like methane, ethane, propan. Remember, the smallest ketone we're going to have is as from number 3. So we're going as from number 3 down, any of those, but not 1 or 2. Okay? So here we have 2 options. We make sure that the functional group is part of the chain we are selecting. Okay? First option is straightforward, and then in that one we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon. 5 carbon will be pent. Remember, it's pentane. Okay? Pentane. And in the second option, we can turn around here, all the way here, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 as well. It's also 5 carbon. So I think the best way is to get the straight one. So we're going to cancel this one and somewhere with the first option. So we have that is pentane, and we know that is on. This is the information we have. Okay, so far. Let's go to step 3. Number the carbon starting at the end nearest to the functional group. Now, here we have to look at the functional group, because unlike aldehyde, this one, the functional group is somewhere in between. Okay, so if you start from down, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you start from top, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It is near the down option, starting from 1. So we're going to delete or erase the second option. We're going to start from the beginning. Now here, as alcohol, we have to write down in what carbon is the functional group. So the functional group is in carbon 2, so it will be 2 on. All right, so we have pentane. Will be pentane. Pentane 2 on. Okay, that is very, very important to find out, to write out in what carbon the functional group is allocated. This is the same as alcohol. No aldehyde, because the functional group of aldehyde, remember, is always in the first carbon. So we are here. Step 4, we look for substituents. We only have one here, which is this one is a methyl. It's a methyl, and then it's going to be in carbon 4, so it will be 4-methyl. Let's write down all the information we have up until now. It is going to be a 2 on. I always like to write everything we have. Is pentane, and then we have 4-methyl. So this is all the information we have up until now. There is no more substituting, there is no halogens, there is nothing like that. So all we have to do is to write the name in this specific order. We have everything. So the first part of the name will be the substituent in alphabetical order. We only have one, so it will be 4-methyl pentan together 2-on. 4-methyl pentan 2-on. This is the name of this specific compound. I hope it is clear. It is very easy. You see the length of the video. Speaking and answering the question was 5 point some seconds, so it's not that too big. It's 5 minutes and a couple of seconds. Okay, thank you very much. I hope it helped. Please, if you have any problem, you can always comment or you can ask a question. Thanks a lot and good luck.